Welcome everybody for this company fused recast at this wonderful day where the birds are singing. Let's enjoy that together and hopefully let's enjoy this wonderful replay or this wonderful game, which I don't quite remember. However, it's a game between me playing as the DAK and I play against Fiadaputa playing as the British forces. And let's deactivate the fog of war. And let's see what's happening. So, I decide not to go for the fuel first, but for this point, most likely because I am playing as the DAK and I would like to go for the 16 times fuel as fast as I can. Fiadaputa, however, is playing as the British forces. He's going for double zapper opening and he's going for the fuel first, but then as well he's going for this cutoff and the 16 times fuel. I think this is a good idea. Ooh, triple. Sorry, my German is triple. Triple zapper opening. Interesting. Maybe he did the same mistake as I am doing lately, quite often, unfortunately. I often forget to build the T1 for the British forces. Why is that? I have no idea. Anyway, there it is, but it's unused so far. Let's see, Fiadaputa. 180 manpower. Is he going for the dingo maybe? Triple zappers into dingo? Would make sense to me. Ooh, the first fight. Ooh, epic. That's something I rarely see. I mean, obviously the Panzer Pioneers need to retreat against an engagement from the British Zeppers. You really don't want to mess with them. However, what really happens rarely is that one of the models of the Zeppers dies instantly. There he goes. Oh, look at him. He even freshly shaved himself this morning and now he's just laying there in the dust. Unfortunate. Anyway.
A new infantry section is ready for
Fiadaputa is having double fuel now, even though this fuel is not connected at the moment. And now, I don't think you can see it, but I can see it. Some good luck, have funs are being dropped. Perfect. A little late, but it's never too late. For some kindness. The horde of the Zeppers is engaging. He reached the victory point a little bit earlier than I did. However, same time, he's most likely about to lose this battle. Even though he is having access to pretty sturdy green cover. Now, I think he needs to retreat soon. I mean, pretty much damage can be dealt using these radar engineers. Now they are retreating. Pretty bad map control for me, for the DAK, the moment. And for some reason I don't decide to deal some more damage to these guys. Maybe because I would like to interrupt these Zeppers over here. With some nice fortified Panzer Grenadiers. And now I'm first time getting access to this fuel point. Nice, nice, nice. I am in desperate need for that. Flamethrower just arrived in time. Perfect timing. Bad for me, I need to insta-retreat. I don't think that I can take much out of this fight. Certainly not. It's not looking too good for me. I'm having a slight victory point disadvantage and certainly a huge resource disadvantage. He is even decapping my view over here. That is very mean. Luckily for me, he's instantly retreating. Even though I think these Zeppers could have been dealing a little bit more damage to the Flamer Panzer Pioneers. Everything is focusing this Zepper with the flamethrower, but the Panzer Grenadiers need to retreat.
A munitions point is being overrun. Cover his position.
Alright, these sections will now get overwhelmed with that. The AK can hold the lower side of the map a little bit longer. That's great. And that's feeling me like that I can build the wall of China.
We've lost a sector.
How's it expressed in English? I have no idea. Chinese wall?
The enemy have
Yeah,
taken
these
our
Zeppers.
territory.
I'm always very scared by these Zeppers because they are very strong and they just cost 220 manpower, which is not much. And they are incredibly strong in the early game. And later on they are still strong. A Humber. Humber is interesting. I think
Beggars are threatening a victory
one
point.
rarely sees a Humber against the DAK because many people are afraid of the DAK rushing for the Achterrad, and the Achterrad shreds the Humber. Whew, Panzer Grenadiers, run! Everything needs to run. Oh, I'm losing the map over here. That's sad.
We're losing
Oh, well, maybe I
munitions
can
points
gain
to enemy
some
action.
control over there. Fortunately, the Humber is taking damage from small arms fire,
We're
so I'm
losing a
not
victory point.
completely helpless against this thing. I decided not to go for the Achterrad, but instead for some
Sector
nice
overrun.
mechanized
The
anti-tank
enemy has
hunters.
victory point belongs
That's
to
bad for the Humber. The Humber most likely will die.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
There we go. I think that's a waste of 35 fuel and 260 manpower,
Our
something like that,
victory
right?
point is being overrun.
Let's see, Fiadaputa. Why can't I see his buildings? I can. Ah, but
The men
oh,
are
no.
itching to give the boss
Can't
a
click
little
them over here.
payback, Commander.
35, 240 manpower
The
just,
enemy
okay.
has claimed the sector.
That's
The
not
enemy has
that
our
much.
victory point now.
I mean, now I killed the Humber, that is certainly good for me. However, the map control is not that
Gurkha
good for me.
rifles have been made available to us.
Let's see whether these Gurkhas can... Oh, wait a second, the Gurkhas are for his army. DAK is not having access to Gurkhas. For everybody who didn't know so far. Oh, I mean... I thought the tides of the map control would turn... Ooh, nasty nade. I was a little bit lucky here that just one model dropped.
The beggars are
Nice
threatening
little
munitions points.
occupants transition. No more tank hunters, but a flamethrower. And the flamethrower might get the kill. I think that will be a wipe. A little bit greedy.
The enemy is trying to overrun our
Very greedy. Regular Herrblautier move. Okay, well, at least one of these sections died. I lost my 250, however, and total manpower cost, that was a good fight for me. Even though these 250s should be wasted by the DAK players. By DAK players like me all the time. Because these severely buff your Panzer Grenadiers. For instance, when the Panzer Grenadier is just about to throw a, let's say, an I-18 grenade or stuff like that, and a 250 is nearby, then it is having a larger range. Like, what is it, maybe 25% more, 30%, maybe even 40? Don't know, that's quite a lot. Ooh, Gurkhalis with Tommy guns. That's very scary. Even though on this map often I prefer have Gurkhas with Bren guns. Because for me it feels that on this map you often can gain access to good firing positions for long range fights, like for instance these sandbags over here, these walls over here, these sandbags, all this stuff. What? Okay.
Territory lost.
What is happening over here? Okay, that is something I never see, to be honest. Wow, I'm incredibly greedy over here. Wow. I hope that will turn out to be okay for me, because usually the DAK is lacking manpower severely.
Pass it over.
However, after this fuel OP, I'm still having close to 200 manpower. That's amazing. Why is that? Because, I mean, I went for the Colin already. I am having the 6-man upgrade for my Panzer Grenadiers. What else am I having? Okay, that's... yeah, the grenade upgrade as well. So, quite a lot of upgrades from me so far. And not that a bad army composition. I mean... Maybe I went for this fuel cache because... Of course I noticed that the Humber went down. Is this mine from me? It's my mine. What? Ooh, what an impressive mine. Is it my mine? We will see. No, it's not. Was depicted not correctly. Anyway, since I noticed that the Humber died, and I'm still having my anti-tank hunters over here, maybe I decided to just spend some manpower into this fuel OP instead of an anti-tank gun, what usually rather would be my build, I guess. The anti-tank gun is not that expensive for the DAK, 260 manpower, that is quite affordable. Wow, now the map control shifted severely, that is amazing. Is it the second Gurkha squad? Yes, it is, right? The first one was having the submachine guns, yeah. 2 Gurkhas. Yeah, these Panzer Grenadiers, they can do something once they have the 6-man upgrade. Because then they take less damage, they deal more damage. Just have one model more, that's great. Also these Panzer Pioneers are... Look at that, I mean, these Zeppers in close range are beasts, but still, the Vet-2 Panzer Pioneer is able to withstand for quite some seconds. Not bad. This view up here, that's really... What happened here? Interesting. Yeah, maybe it's even more interesting to see that after the patch, it is possible for the DAK to withstand the British Forces infantry, even though you're just relying on the Panzer Grenadiers. And even though the enemy is going for triple Zeppers, which is strong in the early game, and double Gurkhas, which is very strong in the mid and late game. Yeah, that was a huge waste again. Yeah, that's something I don't know for everybody who is watching that and for everybody who is playing the DAK. I don't know whether you have the same issues with your 250s, however my 250s tend to die quite fast. It's just not good. You would like to have them alive, because then your Panzer Grenadiers are so strong. Panzer Grenadier combined arms, increased accuracy, ability range, yeah, their ability range buff. I think that is even the strongest thing I think the 250 is giving the Panzer Grenadiers. Ability range, speed, and makes unit harder to hit when near combat vehicles. So that's a quite epic buff. I think we all need to practice, especially me, need to practice play the 250s more defensively so that your Panzer Grenadiers can benefit from them. Okay, first Panzer 3 for me. So far that is on my regular standard build at the moment, because I really dislike the Achtrad armored cars, Marders, Stuks, Stus, all this stuff, because I think they're not in a good spot at the moment. The turning rate is too fast for the Marders and Stuks and Stus. The Marders are way too cheap for what they can. do.
Enemy forces have captured
Achtrats also are a little bit cheesy because they can come so early, can be so lethal. That is why I often prefer to go for more infantry-based build for the DAK in the early game and then go for the Panzer III. Oh, it turned out already that this build sometimes, of course that depends on the daily performance, however sometimes it works against very good players as well, so I think it's not entirely bad idea to do a infantry build for the DAK. Maybe more since many enemies are not expecting you to do that because
enemy forces have taken our territory.
yeah, the DAK is renowned for their light early light and medium vehicles, of course. Oh no, oh no, oh no! A lack of good micro for me. That is a block that most likely will get pinned. Oh, okay. On the other hand, there's the Panzer III helping them out. On the other hand, there is an anti-tank gun. Ooh. Anyway. Ooh, will it die? One shot from Panzer III? No. Okay. Yeah, it's amazing to see that the Gurkhas... I don't know how you guys feel, but when I am playing against Gurkhas, usually I feel like these guys are very strong. But when we take a look at this replay and just observe the performance of the Gurkhas, it's not that good actually. I mean, in the fight that took place over here, the Gurkhas were just fighting Panzer Grenadier and a Panzer Pioneer, and the Panzer Pioneer retreated from over here back to base, got shot at from 2 Gurkhas and the Zappa squad, and it hardly took any damage. I mean, just 2 models dropped. That is not really much. And they were nearly full life, the 2 last models. Interesting, why is this model not in cloaked? Now it is. Wasn't it bug? Was it the same during the match? I have no idea. Okay, so the first Crusader, by the way, is the enemy. I didn't pick a battle group so far.
We have
My enemy
200
picked.
points remaining.
Of course, I mean I already saw the Gurkhas. Man, oh man. Sleepy Blautier. Or was he? Are they revealed now? They were revealed, right? So these flares, like in Company Fears 2, they reveal cloaked units. It was always great to fight snipers, for instance. Because sometimes these flares are not that visible for the enemy, or not that... when I say that... they're hard to see sometimes, or hard to notice. And that was always great fun when you're hunting an enemy sniper and you make use of the flares and the enemy was not aware of that his sniper got revealed. Anyway.
They're losing a capture point. Victory point lost. The enemy has control.
Oh, the Maxim is doing great Maxim stuff. Try to flank it using the Panzer, the assault grenadiers. At the same time, bad fight for my Panzerjägers over here. They are having the LMG upgrade, but still they are very weak against infantry. Usually I wouldn't recommend to upgrade your tank hunters with the LMG 34. This squad is very bad.
Heavy machine gun crew killed.
Back to the topic, why would you upgrade your tank hunters with the LMG? That is because they are still weak against infantry, not just because they are 4 models, but also because they are dealing slightly less damage. And the MG34 still costs 100 munition units to deploy. Panzer 3. Let's see, man. 2 Panzer 3s? Second Panzer 3s about to be built. Fortunately, the enemy is not having that many points left because 1 Panzer Grenadier died over here. Most likely, Fiadaputa will steal the LMG 34 sooner or later. Maybe with one of his Zapper squads, because they can take 2 weapons.
Victory
Maybe this squad
point
over
lost.
here. It's quite close. Maybe he wasn't aware of the weapon drop over here. Now I'm just
Our
about to be
gunners
triple
shall
capped.
show the enemy the
Boo,
meaning
boo,
of
boo.
precision.
Still burning. Wow. They must have loaded very special ammunition. I'm no expert, but I assume that a Humber armored car wouldn't burn that long. Am I right? Are we having any experts over here? Ooh. That is maybe not a straight waste, but it is certainly not that good. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Panzer IIIs are trying to take the advantage.
Losing grasp of a munitions point.
They're just coming too late. The engine damage is not remaining for quite a long time, unfortunately. Or fortunately for him.
The enemy have claimed our sector.
So that now, that are 2 Crusaders, they can be very dangerous. On the other hand, as soon as the Panzer IIIs are having some upgrades, they are superior. And they are having vehicle survival package. Ooh, the repair kits as well. What is wrong with this match? Why am I having so much manpower? I mean, I'm floating. Yeah, I'm not floating manpower at the moment, but obviously I'm floating manpower throughout the match because, I mean, I was able to deploy one of these resource caches over here. Fuel up is not cheap, it costs 200 manpower, so yeah. They were already having 2 Panzer IIIs and a bunch of upgrades over here. Just the tungsten core munition are missing so far, but that's not quite a lot. And in the meantime, I picked a battle group. This time I went for the superior fire drills. That's the ability I prefer using, especially against the British forces, because most of the British forces fight from Matildas and obviously Churchills, but
Territory is now in enemy hands.
yeah, Herrblautier is not having access to Churchills, so just Matildas are the only option with a little more armor for the British force at the moment. They don't require, or they don't force my Panzer IIIs to have the more penetration for the main guns, because yeah, that are some skill pains. Because they can pen anyway. And since the Panzer IIIs are having 3 MGs, I think they benefit more from the machine gun upgrade or the machine gun buff. Alright, we just saw this GG, the skill planes did the trick. Interesting. I really am looking forward to share this replay with you, because maybe you can figure out why I was floating so much manpower. That was incredible. Anyway, let's say GG, well played, and let's have a good time.